Yeah. 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 Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew.
All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. This is Dion Lewis now in his 9th NFL season. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
To throw is Mariota. Caught right side. It's Lewis. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going. It's Mariota. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The second-year man for USC, this is Ronald Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go play action. Winston. And this one caught by Cameron Braid. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opened things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Chris Godwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Mariota hands to Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Running jet sweep here, Humphreys. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. From the gun, Mariota. He's going to look deep down the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargreaves with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 13. Following the interception, Winston. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Ready. Back, 25, behind. 54. Go, go, go.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Play action now, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Jeffrey Simmons in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Jones. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up.
Buddy, 125. Back. Wait. Let's go.
On play action, Winston. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
24-yard gain on the play. And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Winston, the offense, with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
Under 10.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mariota over the middle. Sharp's got it complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards, a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A A first down carry for Henry. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 46-yard line. Right 54. Strip the ball.
On second down, here's Henry. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll run on first down. It's Henry, and only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. There to stop him was Carlton Davis.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch 54. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Hey, switch gears. 3.
Mariota gives to Henry. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Get it, baby.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And locates Walker complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Trying to punch it in with Henry. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. 2nd and goal from the 1. They hand off to their big tight end. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Jonnu Smith, his first touchdown on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point put through by Succop. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is...
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. From the shotgun to give to Jones. Finds an opening past the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
That is caught. It's Perriman. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
29 yards. First down, Tampa Bay.
Winston of the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Draw play, Winston to Jones. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Winston. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Chris Godwin, the former Penn Stater, should see an increase in action and production in 2019 with Adam Humphries and Deshaun Jackson gone from the team. 842 yards in 2018, second only to Mike Evans on the Buccaneers.
Flag 25. Watch the slap.
Now Jones. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. One receiver to the left is Evans. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing, Winston. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Now, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This is taken near the 13. And they'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Jameis to throw it. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Play fake. Winston. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. I thought he had the angle along that sideline. Didn't quite get there, though.
Didn't quite get there, but they did keep him from getting into the end zone. Now when you look down and line up on defense, you see the goal line beneath your feet. If that doesn't motivate you to play harder, I don't know what will.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Wake in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on first and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, first and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now Winston. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Check 90, 80 weapon, 80 weapon.
On first down, Henry. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits from those creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Uncorks one for Davis. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
They'll go again to Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Come on.
They'll run on first down. Jones. And he's got some space here. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll try to throw now. Winston. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
At the 33-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Jones. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Third and short yardage. Winston. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Jameis now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Jones. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 3rd down, Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw forward.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
I got you. I got you.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
I'm going to come back to you.
Here's Mariota. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Mariota now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jason Pierre-Paul able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not one. Oh, and Lewis lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do, go get the quarterback.
Now, it's Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long situation coming up
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Hey, check right, check right.
Off the play fake, Winston. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The Titans on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is third down and 12. On third down, it's Lewis. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's Brett Kern now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Yards on the return that time, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
First and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled.